Hey guys, welcome back. So today I've done a makeup tutorial on this look, which is an evening look using the Urban Decay Naked Palette. Now this is a requested look from one of my subscribers. She asked me to do a day look and a night look, and I filmed the day look earlier, which should already be on my channel, and I'll link it down below if you want to have a look at it. And this is the evening look. It's pretty straightforward, a little bit of blending, not really much. If you want to see how I got this look, then keep watching. But the products that I used for the video are obviously the Naked palette. I used a black, it's just a random black that I found in an eyeshadow palette, but any black will do. And for the base, before I put on my eyeshadow, I used the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is the sample size that came with the palette, and it's almost done. I'd already had my base on, so I'd already had my foundation, concealer, corrector, powder, but I did top up with the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age, the eye eraser, right at the end, just to give myself that bright-eyed, highlighted look that I love for evenings. Just for reference, the foundation that I used was the Urban Decay MAC Prolongwear foundation in NC42. And my concealer and corrector, the Clinique Even Better concealer in the shade Orange Brightener, and LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Pure Beige. That's my concealer. And the lipstick that I used was by Revlon, and it's the, what is it? The Just Bitten Kissable Stain in the shade Romantic. And for blush, I use the Sleek Blush in Honor, which is that one there. And it's just a really pretty colour. It swatches like that and applies, if you can see it. So just used a very light hand with this, but it's almost, it comes up as almost like a reddish golden brown. And then I used to set the Maybelline Age Rewind with the Nye Banana Powder. So if you want to see how I got this look, then please stay tuned. Okay, so I'm starting out with Buck from the Naked palette, and I'm just using this on a round fluffy brush. I'm just applying this into my crease. Usual windshield wiper motions, and right at the end, at the corner of my eye, I am going to flick it up a bit. So I just want to create a more almond shape. I did forget to add the primer beforehand, so I'm going to go in with that now. But ideally you want to apply this before you apply any eyeshadow. And this is just going onto the main lid. Then going in with Dark Horse, which is just a dark brown with a little bit of shimmer or glitter in it. The glitter doesn't really come off though, so it's fine to use as a contour color. And I'm applying it with a flat shader brush. Now I'm being really careful and precise where I apply this. I want it to be confined to the outer corner of my eye. So all I'm trying to do is create the shape that I want and add the definition where I want it. I don't want this to go onto the main eyelid. And I'm going back and forth with the eyeshadow and onto my eyelid just to get the depth that I want. So I do dip into the palette about 3 or 4 times. And I'm doing this gradually because it's easier to build up the color than to apply a big whack of color at the start and then try and, diffuse it later. Now here, with my eyes open, I'm trying to get the color just above my socket line because I have hooded eyes. With my eyes closed, as I'm doing now, you can't really see how much of my eyelid you can see. And so this is the easiest way, especially for those of you with hooded eyes. If you can't find your socket, or every time you do your crease and you open your eyes and you can't see the color, try and do it with your eyes open. Find your socket line and then just go slightly above. And then use your first blending brush, which is what I did. Use the first blending brush just to blend out any harsh edges. And then I'm going in with my concealer brush just to wipe up any extra eyeshadow I may have to maintain that shape. And then going in with Smog, which is the dark gold color. So what I'm doing here is overlapping it with the dark horse just to make for an easy blend. So this way I don't have to blend so much. So again, what I've done is applied smog on slightly on top of the dark horse, and then I'm bringing it further into the eyelid. And then going in with Half Baked, I'm applying this onto the rest of the eyelid, and I am going to go over the smog eyeshadow just a little bit as well to create that seamless blend. Now it's really easy to blend your eyeshadows by doing it this way. So apply a colour, and then when you apply the next colour, overlap it with the first colour slightly just to give it a good transition. And I'm making sure to get the very inner corner of my eye as well. And I'm going to use the same Half Baked eyeshadow onto the inner third of my lower lash line. And then taking Dark Horse on an angled eyeshadow brush, I'm applying that along my lower lash line. And I'm applying it up to 2/3 of the way. I'm just leaving that very inner corner where I put the Half Baked eyeshadow there. I have overlapped it slightly just to blend it out as I did with the upper lid, but the main part of this color is going on the outer corners. And I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, then going in with the black eyeshadow, I'm going to use this along my upper lash line just to add a bit of definition. I'm not going to use a eyeliner, gel liner or a pencil. I'm just going to use this black eyeshadow, and I'm going to create a wing with this as well. Now to make it more dramatic, you can definitely add the gel liner or a pencil, but I chose just to use the eyeshadow because as my last tutorial, which I filmed on the same day, my eyes are really sensitive and I can't use anything like a pencil or a gel. And I applied this same black eyeshadow onto my lower lash line and a little bit onto my lower waterline. Now this is probably the only black eyeshadow and actually Makeup Geek's Corrupt, which I can apply on my lower waterline without it making my eyes water. So doing the same thing again, a really thin line onto my upper lash line and creating a wing, and then applying the same black onto my lower waterline and lash line. But once again, with this black, I am keeping the bulk of the color onto the outer edges. Now to highlight the under part of my eye, I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind in Nude in that triangle shape that I always do under my eyes. I'm blending this out with my foundation brush, and I'm just pushing this into my skin and blending it outwards. I'm not really rubbing it or buffing it in. So as you can see, I'm literally just pressing it into my skin. By using your foundation brush to blend in the concealer, it actually blends it so well. Again, I'm using the same concealer to highlight my brow bone, above my brows, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and my chin. And again, using the same foundation brush just to blend it all in. I started with the foundation brush, but above my brows, I found it easier just to use my fingers, and actually now the rest of my face, seems like. I'm taking Virgin from the palette, which is the first shade, and I'm using that to highlight my brow bone. And I'm using the same first blending brush that I used. I'm not changing brushes here. And then just to blend the Virgin eyeshadow into Buck, I've gone in with Naked from the palette, and I'm just blending the two of them in together. Okay, and then using Honor by Sleek, which is just a lovely, almost reddish, brownish gold blush with a hit of shimmer onto my cheeks. And I'm not going to apply a highlighter on top of this, but you could. I like the glow that the blush gave, so I chose not to go in with an extra highlighter. And then going in with a reddish orange lipstick, and this is Romantic by Revlon. This is their Kissable lip stain. And I'm just applying a wash of this colour onto my lid. And then going in with the Nye Banana Powder just to set the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. I felt this next step was lacking, so with Half Baked and Sin, I applied this with a pointed brush onto my inner corners just for a pop of highlight. And that's it, guys. So that's the final look, guys. Thanks for watching. I didn't add mascara because my eyes are really sensitive and they're actually going to start watering now. So to complete this look, add a few coats of mascara, and if it's for evening, false lashes will look amazing. You can also add an extra bit of highlight, but the blush that I used had quite a bit of, it has a bit of a sheen to it, so I didn't use a highlighter. And I didn't contour or anything like that today. I've kept it quite simple on the face, but I've, made the eyes fairly dramatic, I think. But thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and comment down below and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. And thank you if you already have. I'll see you all very soon. Bye.